everyone, and welcome to another fantastic day here on Arkansas Style. I am your host, Nicole Neiman. We've got an exciting show ahead, so let's dive right in and see what's coming up. Looking to add some extra cheer to your holiday season? Legacy Wine and Spirits has the perfect way to celebrate. Their Bourbon Bash is happening every Saturday leading up to Christmas with tastings, raffles, and even bourbon bacon cheeseburgers. So later we'll learn more about the event and how you can get in on the action with expert tips from the owner and wine expert. We'll also meet Dr. Melisa Boersma, a radiation oncologist at the University of Kansas Center, who's taken her care for cancer patients to the next level. After witnessing firsthand the emotional toll cancer takes, Dr. Boersma became a certified life coach to offer even deeper support to those navigating toughest battles of their lives. So we'll get a deeper understanding about how life coaching has allowed her to guide patients through their journey with cancer, radiation, and beyond, helping them not just survive, but thrive. And finally, get ready for some holiday magic at Argenta Contemporary Theater. From the sold-out run of A Christmas Story the musical to their incredible education programs, there's a lot happening right now. We'll hear from some cast and crew about how the ACT is bringing the holiday spirit to life, plus how they're shaping the next generation of performers. Now, of course, that's just a small look into today's lineup. We have lots more to uncover, but before we get to everything, let's talk about one of the best holiday traditions, baking homemade treats to share with loved ones. I had the pleasure of talking with executive pastry chef Michelle Palazzo, who teamed up with Peluger Premium European Style Butter to offer pro baking tips and holiday recipe inspiration. Let's see what she has to say. When it comes to holiday traditions, there is an unmatched charm in baking homemade recipe creations to enjoy with and to gift to loved ones. Joining us today is executive chef Michelle Palazzo, who is teaming up with Peluger Premium European Style Butter to share baking tips and recipe inspirations for the holidays. Michelle, great to meet you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Well, you're a beauty and you have an incredible resume. Tell the folks at home a little bit about what your day job is.
My day job, I mean, I go from restaurants to bakeries and I just produce beautiful baked goods all day. It's not a bad life.
Sweet life, we call it. Okay, well, you know, from your background and your experience, do you have any holiday traditions that you do around baking?
Yeah, so I have so many holiday traditions surrounded by baking. Specifically, I love baking with my grandmother. You know, her holiday recipes and all of her baking techniques I still use today. And she truly was kind of the inspiration of me becoming a professional pastry chef.
Beautiful. And I mean, nothing like having tutelage underneath a grandparent like that. Did she pass on any great baking tips that you could share with us?
Of course. I mean, she was notorious for making her beautiful Linzer cookies, very similar to my Linzer torte that I have over here. And she always wanted to bake all of her cookies from frozen. And that gave you that nice precision and beautiful outcome every single time.
I mean, baking, in my opinion, is really a science. It's very sophisticated, and I'm not one of them. But is there a key ingredient that helps, you know, ensure some better success?
Yeah, so I have to say, you know, for chef quality results every single time, you know, better butter does matter. You know, home bakers know that butter equals more flavor, but butter fat plays such a huge role in the overall outcome of our baked good. You know, and that's why I like to use Peluger. You know, Peluger European style butter is made with 82% butter fat and is slow churned. And, you know, doughs made with a higher fat content will actually become more dependable and will produce a more serious texture, while also becoming richer and more flavorful baked good every single time.
There is so much truth in that. I mean, I have definitely heard that, and Peluger's got you covered where that's concerned. You've got some beautiful baked goods on your table there. You know, do you have any expert baking tips and ways that we can give some baking goods?
Yeah, so I talked about my Linzer tort over here, but I also love when I make scones or whenever I'm making things like pie dough, I love doing this stacking method technique. So this is when, as I'm hydrating my pie dough or my scone dries, I will layer them on top of itself. And what that does is that compresses our layers and will pocket in all of that butter. So when I actually go to bake it off, the steam from that butter will be released, and that will create that beautiful flaky texture that we love so much. And if I am gift giving, whether that's for loved ones or I'm offering at my bakery or at our restaurant for our customers, I want to ensure freshness for as long as possible. Many would be surprised that higher butter fat actually plays such a huge role in the overall freshness of your baked good. So higher butter fat content also helps keep that moisture in, and also will keep your items as fresh as longer. So because Palooga is made with that 82% butter fat, it's actually the perfect choice for all of our holiday baking.
Yeah, I mean, again, so tempting. And if we really wanted to try our hand at baking, do you have maybe a recipe you could share with me that you would suggest?
Yeah, so I love making my Linzer torts during this holiday season. Very easy to make. All we're doing is we're going to cream our butters and our sugars together. We're going to roll that out onto our pie tin. Fill it with any sort of jam. You don't have to use a raspberry and cranberry jam. I love using cranberries this time of year. And then all we're going to do is layer that lattice work on top and just bake from frozen. That will help you keep that nice defined layers on this lattice that I have over here, and bake it off 30 minutes in the oven. You're ready to go.
Oh, absolutely dreamy. What an incredible gift of love that you could give to somebody as well. If we wanted more information, where could we go?
So for more information, all these recipes and baking techniques, you can visit palooga.com.
Well, I had so much fun touring all your pastries and tempting me. Now I'm hungry. Great to meet you, Michelle.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. When it comes to holiday traditions, there is an unmatched charm in baking homemade recipe creations to enjoy with and gift to loved ones. I hope you enjoyed meeting Michelle, and we gave you some tempting ideas. Now up next, we're joined by the talented folks from Argenta Contemporary Theater to talk about A Christmas Story the Musical, their education programs, and what's coming next to the ACT stage. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. There is something exciting happening at Argenta Contemporary Theater, and they're kicking things off with a holiday favorite. A Christmas Story the Musical is officially sold out, but don't worry, you can still get on the waiting list, and tickets for their upcoming shows are on sale now. Joining me today to talk about this holiday hit and their fantastic education programs are Bridget Davis, ACT's Director of Education, and two very special guests, Craig and Pate Wilson, who are bringing their beloved Parker family to life on stage. Well, thank you everybody for being here.
Great to be here.
Yeah, I tell you, Christmas is alive and well. I'm feeling good about it.
It is.
All right, a little bit about the play itself, which is of course sold out, but let's at least tell people what they could expect.
Yeah, so you can pretty much expect it's super similar to the movie. So the movie that we all know and love. It's got some amazing songs that are super catchy, all of your favorite characters, Old Man, Ralphie, Randy, all the classic moments you can think of from the movie are in the musical, and we bring it alive on stage.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, super exciting. Of course, and this is why it's sold out. But Bridget, you also have a bigger responsibility, and that is the education programs. Tell me a little bit about what the ACT does where that's concerned.
Yeah, so with our education program, we actually just opened a brand new space this past September, the Benson McAdams Argenta Contemporary Theater Academy. So now we have 3 huge spaces, practice rooms, a TV film studio, so we're able to reach more students. We program classes throughout the spring, the fall, the summer. We reach over 500 students each year, over 2,000 when you include our student matinees, which we have 3 of for this, so we're excited. Young artist performance opportunities like this one who's been in a camp with us, who's now on the main stage. So it's really, truly been such a pleasure, and the support we have from the city of North Little Rock and all of our amazing partners and sponsors to kind of help find this place for kids.
Yeah, I mean, look at how you're reaching the community in such a profound way. Well, Craig, yes, it is a family tradition over at your household. You and your son, Pate, are starring in the show along with other members of your family. So tell us a little about your role and, your sons and how they've gotten involved, and, of course, your beautiful wife who is in it as well. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it truly is a family affair. We have grown up, we grew up in a household who were a theater family, and we're luckily going to be extending that to both of our sons as well in A Christmas Story, the musical. And I play the old man, so I'm kind of a gruff character a little bit, but he's kind of adult as well, trying to fix the tire, and he's, flabbergasted by trying to fix the tire, and he wins the major award, and he has trouble getting it together, and it's just a wonderful, nostalgic, and spirit-filled experience.
So much fun. Pate, is it hard to perform and remember all your lines?
Yes.
I bet.
Sometimes.
Do you have a secret trick? It's a lot of practice, probably, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of practice.
Well, you're as cute as can be. A beautiful family, of course. Bridget, let's talk one more thing. Brood and Barley has partnered up with you, which is really making it even more fun to come to the Argenta Theater.
Yes,
okay.
We have a great Brood and Barley. They're doing a cocktail with us, so a certain percentage of proceeds whenever you purchase that cocktail at Brood and Barley, also get it as a mocktail, will come back to the theater. Like I mentioned, we are a 501(c) nonprofit, so we rely heavily on all of our partners, sponsors. Brood and Barley, they're doing a dinner as well. It's next Sunday, I believe. So they've got a menu based on the theme of the show. Super fun. They do those pretty regularly over there. But yeah, so we're really, really excited about it.
Nothing but a good time. Well, great to see you, and good luck with the show.
Thanks so much.
To learn more about Argenta Contemporary Theater, their upcoming productions, or to join their performing arts programs, visit argentacontemporarytheater.org. Next, you'll meet Melisa Boersma, a practicing radiation oncologist who has added professional certified life coach to her resume. With firsthand experience managing life-threatening illness and an intense career, Melisa's goal is to help healers heal themselves. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Today, it is my privilege to introduce you to somebody who might quite literally change your life and your perspective on life. I am joined by Dr. Melisa Boersma. Melisa, great to see you.
Good morning. How are you? Good to see you.
We are well, and looking forward to our conversation. Of course, you're a beautiful wife and mother, but let's start with really what your day job is, what pays the bills, and kind of the jumping off point for that.
Yeah, I am a clinical associate professor in the Department of Radiation Oncology at the University of Kansas Cancer Center. So in my day job, I take care of primarily cancer patients, general, all kinds of things. And that is a huge pleasure and privilege to be able to do that. So that's what I do most days.
Yeah, so I mean, serious subject for sure, tough stuff. You're dealing with life and death situations every day, all day. But that's kind of where you've found yourself becoming almost a life coach, a surrogate life coach in your practice. How did that evolve?
Well, I realized that I actually am already coaching people. Most of the treatments that we do transpire over a period of multiple weeks. Monday through Friday, 5 days a week. It can be very physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually burdensome for patients. It's often something that they haven't really got a lot of experience with, and so there's a lot of fear and unknown. So a lot of what I end up doing, aside from the technical aspect of treating their cancer and making appropriate standard of care recommendations, is helping them manage their minds. Helping them focus on the things that are going to make it possible for them to get from day one to the end of the treatment and have the best possible outcomes. And so I thought, if I'm already doing both, why not just do both? I have a lot of my colleagues who also have pretty stressful jobs, and to be able to continue to do that, and do it well, it's a lot of a burden on the physician providers as well. So
yeah, this is what makes you unique and different. I mean, a lot of us look to our doctors for our care, of course, and they seem busy and they're, really just focused on the task at hand. But you take it that step further. You do a more humanistic approach. Can you kind of give me an example of how that came about? Maybe a general conversation that you've had with a patient and how you kind of guided them through that?
Yeah, I frequently have people who come in who are not very familiar with radiation. They don't know what's going on. They have a lot of fear. They have been searching the internet and received a lot of information that may or may not be very accurate. And so helping them kind of make a plan for how they want to experience the journey. Everybody's different. Everybody has different background, upbringing, cultural experiences, faith experience. And so even though someone may have the same diagnosis as the person sitting next to them in the waiting room, their experience of what the entire process is like can be vastly different. So I think just being able to hold space and lean in, have those difficult conversations and meet people where they are is extremely critical to being able to be successful for the patient and for their family in reaching their goals.
So you, a lot of this came naturally to you. Maybe that's just, your human side of things. But you also took it a step further. You went and got professionally trained as a life coach. Tell us a little bit about what a life coach does as a difference to a counselor or a therapist. Sure.
Now, life coaching is not a regulated industry the way that being a physician, you need to have licensure and other types of specialties. So pretty much anybody could become a coach. But for me, I did get training. I got great training, and that just helped me kind of level up my ability to provide some of those skills. Typically, counseling and therapy, I'm a huge fan of that. I think it can be very valuable for people who are struggling, trying to reconcile or come to terms with their past experiences. Where a life coach is different is rather than looking to the past and past experience to help guide future decisions, a life coach really helps people focus more forward. In other words, if you want a different result in your life, if you want something new, a different experience, if you don't want to be sitting around next year saying, oh, this always happens to me, here I am again, you need to be able to put yourself in the position of that future identity and create new thoughts, create new feelings that would guide and inform the decisions that you make so you can actually experience that.
As you take on this new role, you're changing your career path just a little bit and adding to it. What would you say to somebody who wanted to contact you to hire you as a life coach?
Oh, yeah, they can visit my website, MelisaBoersmaCoaching.com, and reach out. I'll contact them back and see if there is a match there. If not, I have a plethora of great life coach acquaintances and colleagues that would probably be available as well. So, yeah.
All right. So another, which is kind of an interesting outlet that you've taken to your day and relieving some of the stress, is that you've started drawing cartoons. Tell me a little bit about that backstory.
Well, I spent a lot of my career working kind of in the basement of hospitals in different places. There's not a lot of people around to entertain me. Got to entertain myself. So I had this little whiteboard outside my office, a dry erase marker board, and usually would just write random comments on there, questions for whoever was passing by. Somewhere along the line, one of my patients gave me a stack of dad jokes. I love jokes. The cornier, the better. Love to laugh, love to kind of goof around and be my authentic self with my patients and my staff. And so there's actually quite a bit of data that having a happy mindset is likely to improve your creativity and problem solving. And I definitely need that in my job. So I have this little magnet that came with the board. I took an old picture of my face and stuck it on there. And I've just been moving her around and started illustrating those jokes. I was doing it primarily just for my friends and my family. But then I found out randomly that people in other parts of the cancer center were actually walking past my office and taking snapshots of those silly cartoons and sending them to all their friends. So even though I was never on social media, I had a following and I didn't even know. So it's kind of funny.
Well, I think your following is going to continue. Melissa, I mean, a woman who wears many hats, but you touch our hearts in such a significant way. Great to see you, honey.
Thank you so much. Have a great day. Thank you, everyone, for having me.
Thank you. Dr. Melisa Boersma, I mean, talk about a full life and, of course, a life coach now. If you're looking for some extra help, give her a call. Still ahead, we'll hear from Legacy Wine and Spirits about their Bourbon Bash featuring tastings, prizes, and more. You won't want to miss it. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Looking for a fun holiday event? Legacy Wine and Spirits has you covered with their Bourbon Bash every Saturday leading up to Christmas. You'll get to taste great bourbons, enjoy a bourbon bacon cheeseburger, and even enter some raffle for some amazing bottles. Here to tell us all about it today are Michelle Brewer, the owner, and wine expert James Cripps. Thank you both for being here. All right, Legacy Wine and Spirits.
Yes, well, thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Well, of course. So, Michelle, let's start on your half of the table here. You're big into the brown liquor, and I'm not mad about it.
I know, apparently. No, so we have this Bourbon Bash coming up. Throughout the year, we get these wonderful, I mean, some people say unicorn bottles, right? Like you can't get them just anywhere, and we only get a few. So you can come to our store throughout the week, get a ticket each day, and the tickets are free. And then at 2 o'clock, we'll do the drawing. But from then on, it's 11 to 2 each Saturday. And let's see, we're gonna have tastings throughout the store. We're gonna do local bourbon cream from Rocktown. It's so tasty. So if you don't even like bourbon, you're gonna like their bourbon cream. We'll have people telling you about it so you can learn about it. Just a really good time. And then of course, next door at Wayback, they're gonna have that $5, it's always a tongue twister for me, the bacon bourbon burger. It's delicious.
The way she does it was for bacon. I can't do it. Can't do it.
You got to go slow with that one.
Right.
There's a lot to love on that. Michelle, but this is what's cool is that, you know, for example, we'll just take the bourbons. You know, your level of expertise and your staff, this is your jam. Like, you guys know what you're talking about, which makes it so easy for us to come in and shop for maybe something that we want to give or serve at a holiday party, because maybe this isn't our lane of expertise, but you've got our back.
Oh, correct. And we'll have all our little fun staff. It's going to be fun. And again, if you don't like bourbon, it is perfect for gifts because these are one-of-a-kind jewels that you can't get every day.
Oh, so gorgeous. And wouldn't you love to have that on your bar card? I mean, talk about showing off. I'm all about it. All right, well, James, my jam is wine, okay? So I'm on the right half of the table here. But this is what you do. Tell me a little bit about your background and what kind of service you can offer when we come into Legacy Wine and
Okay,
Spirits.
well, I should say also a liquor specialist as well, so I'll be one of the people pouring bourbons and talking about it, the history and the way they're made and all that sort of thing on these Saturdays. So expect me to not talk so much about wine during those times, but I've been in the wine business all my life and pretty much around the world through vineyards and that sort of thing. And like I tell people in the store, unless you can use it here in the store, I'm full of just so much useless trivia. But if you come into Legacy, that's where we can get into a conversation and about the kinds of wines that you might want to go with your dinner or your party, because we certainly are event planners and wedding planners and that sort of thing, and about wines that, just kind of like the bourbons, you can't get everywhere else. You can't go in, for instance, and buy this wine at a grocery store. This is a wine that you'll find only in a shop like ours. In fact, this is one of my favorites, Hawthorne Road Pinot Noir from the Willamette Valley and the Shea Vineyard, which is one of the world famous vineyards in that area. So you can't get that in a lot of places, but come in and we'll turned you onto that or something similar that you'll just love?
Well, James, I'm noticing that the bottle is open. So that would be an invitation for me to maybe try it.
I wasn't driving here with it. She drove. So.
Would you mind letting me taste a little bit of it? Another thing, Michelle, that's very cool about what you do is you have incredible delivery service in the metro area.
Oh, yes.
Tell people how simple that service is to use.
I mean, really, even if you're not online savvy, you can give us a call or just go to our website, legacylr.com. Pretty self-explanatory, and we're pretty quick. You can call us with any questions and we can help you out. We deliver from 9 to 8, Monday through Saturday.
All over the city of Little Rock.
It's a 15-mile radius, which you'll be surprised. So give us a call if you have any question about
And
it.
if you just want to pick up from the store, we're across the street from Costco, and you can go online, order what you want, and just come in and pick it up. We'll even run it out to you.
Yeah, so great. Makes all the holidays that much easier. Well, cheers to you. Great to meet you both. I wish you a happy, healthy holiday season.
Thank you.
And lots of cheers to go with it. All
This
right.
is delicious.
Wow. Okay, you can just leave that right on over here.
Right.
Very good. They really are your go-to spot for great selections, tastings, and expert advice. For more information on Legacy Wine and Spirits, including their Bourbon Bash events and extensive offerings, visit legacylr.com. Now, are you feeling the green-eyed monster creeping into your relationship? Well, Charlie Simpson is joining us next with some tips to turn that jealousy into connection. We'll be right back. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. Today we're talking jealousy. It's a tricky little emotion that can sneak into even the healthiest of relationships, creating both tension and insecurity. But worry not, we've got just the person to help untangle those feelings. Charlie Simpson from the Arkansas Relationship Counseling Center is here to explore how jealousy works and how it can even bring couples closer together. Okay, well, let's start with the basics. What is jealousy and why does it emerge in our relationships?
It's definitely a complex emotion. Usually it stems from feelings of insecurities or fears, or even if there's some sense of competition that's occurring as well. And, you know, for relationships, is when you feel that threat of somebody, you know, intruding on the relationship, or even just a feeling of having your own personal threat can often trigger feelings of jealousy. But it is beneficial for relationships if couples know how to navigate through those tricky emotions. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not necessarily a bad thing, but sometimes it can signal something maybe a little deeper.
It is, and you know, the ultimate goal is how can you go underneath those insecurities and really start to address the deeper components of what's happening. And then you have to communicate those things as well. And oftentimes when people experience emotions such as jealousy, it is stemmed from something that maybe their partner is unable to see. But if you're able to communicate those feelings, like I said, with your partner, what you will start to experience is if the couple is safe, you'll start to see the two of them be able to communicate with each other and also be able to provide reassurance that everything is okay.
Okay, well, let's help people with some strategies on how to do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So the first one is you have to just be able to communicate and express, you know, how you feel on those things, and you have to be able to do it in a calming way. Use your I statements, being able to say, hey, this is what's happening with me internally, will keep from your partner becoming defensive. And then ask open-ended questions, meaning, you know, what is happening a little deeper that's making you feel jealous toward whatever situation it might be. Have you felt this feeling before? But being able to ask those open-ended questions to go a little bit beyond the jealousy behaviors will give a partner more understanding of what's happening with that individual.
All right, folks at home, those were 3 simple, straightforward steps. Hard to practice for sure, but doable, okay? Doable.
Definitely.
Review that, because I really feel strongly that if you're in this situation and you take those 3 steps, you know, it will help get you unstuck and get that conversation going. All right, but what if we can't get there? When is it time to seek professional help?
When the jealousy is starting to really cause stress for the relationship, the couple is having a difficult time navigating through that's a tough conversation. Yeah, you might want to bring a third party that can get more involved, that can really hear both perspectives and even help the couple to see things a little bit differently. Once they are able to achieve that, you will see a stronger relationship. You will see a relationship that will be able to tackle a lot of difficult conversations such as jealousy as well.
All right, well, Charlie, let's go over those 3 strategies one more time, just since we have people's attention.
We have to communicate, you know, whatever that emotion is, be able to express it in a calming way. If you can use your I statements, how you're feeling about that situation, ask the open-ended questions that will give you a much better understanding of your partner and avoid unnecessary conflicts.
I believe you can do it. This is a challenge that you can accept and overcome.
You have anything to add on that one, or you?
I don't have this jealousy thing. You know, I just think, you know, good luck, take them.
And I mean, and that's a good point, because not everybody really just experience those uncomfortable emotions. So some people just let them go, I guess.
All right, well, great to see you, Charlie. If you're looking for extra support in overcoming jealousy, don't hesitate to reach out to Charlie and his team of licensed counselors at the Arkansas Relationship Counseling Center. Simply scan the QR code on your screen or visit arkansasrelationshipcenter.com for more information. Now, coming up next, we've got your entertainment report from Hollywood with the hottest new movies and shows you won't want to miss. Stay with us. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. It's time for this week's entertainment report. And we've got some stellar movies and new series to add to your winter watch list. First up, the highly anticipated English adaptation of The Agency is now streaming on Paramount Plus. And KTLA's Doug Kolk sat down with the A-list cast, including Jodie Turner-Smith, Richard Gere, and Jeffrey Wright, to give you an exclusive sneak peek of what to expect. Let's check it out.
The cast of this series and the impeccable acting, including the first time I've ever spoken to Richard Gere.
What is your question, Doctor?
Do you think it's possible that you may have something to hide?
Mr. Gere, I gotta tell you, today was my day off, but when I saw your name on this, I had to throw on the clothes.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I'd give you your day off. Lie to everyone. Pretend to be someone you're not. Risk your life on a daily basis.
Aside from one terrific actor after the next, what can you tell me about The Agency?
Well, one terrific episode after the next.
It's The Agency. Nothing is personal.
Agency is a spy thriller, but really at its core is a love story.
I was in a relationship that I broke off because of my mission.
You're in London.
Yes.
Me too. It's about a man who risks it all to get what he wants. I never thought I would see you again. You just vanished.
Especially later in your career, you've been very selective when it comes to your projects. Why The Agency?
We lost an agent. You find him. Bring him back. Whatever it takes. Make it invisible. You know, I loved the French version of this. The original Le Bureau was really a terrific piece of work, and riveting and beautifully done, beautifully acted, written, all of that. And then I was called and said there was an English language version. She's not in the game.
If you're in this game, nobody knows.
And I was kind of excited in a way about that, but also skeptical that this, how could you compete with that French version, which was so good.
The CIA sends us out into the world to behave in entirely unhealthy, deviant, dangerous ways.
So they sent the script over, and it was very well written. You know, these guys know what they're doing.
You deploy undercover for years. People come back damaged from that.
You're not trying to help me, Doctor. You're worried I may have somehow become sane.
The Agency debuts on Showtime and Paramount Plus. With your entertainment report, I'm Doug Kolk.
Wow, what a thrilling series. And you know I'd show up on my day after work if it meant talking to Richard Gere. Now, shifting gears from TV to film, the incredible story of wrestler Anthony Robles is making its way to the big screen in the new movie Unstoppable. Let's head back to the KTLA studio where Olivia Di Bertole has all the details on that.
Unstoppable tells the true story of Anthony Robles, a wrestler born with only one leg. The movie stars Jarrell Jerome and Jennifer Lopez. Here they give us a behind-the-scenes look at the film.
The champ is here!
I brought this back for you.
For me?
Anthony Robles is an incredible, triumphant collegiate wrestler who is an NCAA Division I champion.
3 miles to the top, gentlemen. Let's go.
Anthony represents exactly what the title of the film is, Unstoppable, a superhero in real life. I'll tell you a secret, I only got one leg.
One of the things I've had to deal with is not only self-doubt, but the doubt of other people, the low expectations because I was born missing my leg.
Go, go, go.
Anthony is resilient, incredibly charismatic, and one of a kind. He really is unstoppable.
Mom, I'll keep wrestling.
Promise me.
I remember meeting you, man. I was intimidated as hell. I was approached for the role in 2019. Anthony and I have been going at this for a long time.
Wrestling was my element, being on the mat, but seeing you in your craft, just the level of respect that I had for you.
In terms of you being my stunt double, we got to lean on each other. But when they were shooting you, I'm over here sitting down, trying to breathe, and then it's cut. Back to you, back to me. Being able to do that side by side was a beautiful experience. Tell your story is one thing, but your family story is another thing.
I wrestled more than just rival schools. I wrestled with issues off the mat, with my family, with my former stepfather.
You gotta know your weaknesses, right?
Stop.
What? He's a man now.
Oh, you're gonna do great, right? You're gonna crush it.
Yeah, you got this.
You got this.
My mom does have a story in her own right, and Jennifer really wanted to tell that the right way.
I can't believe that you put so much of your heart and soul into it, and you made me a real person, and I thank you for that.
I'm only here to tell your story in the most real and authentic way.
This is your match, Anthony. Find a way to win.
You will get knocked down. Yes, you will lose. Yes, you will face doubt. But are you going to stay there, lay on your back, or are you going to get back up to your feet and put yourself right back into that wrestling match? It's not about what you wrestle. It's about how you react to it, how do you respond, and just keep moving forward.
Unstoppable hits select theaters December 6th and will be available on Prime Video January 16th. That's your entertainment report here in Hollywood. I'm Olivia Di Bertole.
We'll be right back after this. You're watching Arkansas Style.
You're watching Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. The holiday countdown is upon us, but don't worry. There's still time to find the perfect gifts for everyone on your list. Here's Fair and Hip with great gift ideas for the whole family.
Welcome to Epic Discounts, your one-stop shop for holiday gift buying. I'm brand ambassador Fair and Hip. The deals are limited, so scan the QR code on your screen now. Give the gift of convenience with the iHome AutoVac Nova S2 robot vacuum and mop. This robot can vacuum multiple surfaces and even power mop hard floors. That's right, you're getting 2 chores done with just one smart product. It suctions dust and dirt with ease, but I know you want to hear more about the mop. The Nova S2's innovative scrubbing technology ensures that it agitates and cleans those stubborn spills. But that's not all. With LiDAR mapping, you can select which areas and rooms you want to be vacuumed, mopped, or both. You can also set virtual boundaries for places to avoid. Just connect the app or use the included remote control and you are on your way to fabulous floors. We've seen this as high as $400. Today, you can get all of this for $99.99. Now, this next deal is a doorbuster. It's saving the gifter and the giftee. This is the Innova Precision Port handheld vacuum sealer kit. With this set, you will save your food's shelf life, saving you money. No more throwing food away because it wasn't stored properly. Plus, when you vacuum seal portion sizes, you save time with dinner ready to go. Take out enough food for one or a feast for the family. This vacuum sealer removes and blocks all oxygen from bags, keeping your food fresher longer. But don't let the science intimidate you. The unit's simplicity is a key part of its design. This cordless handheld vacuum is ultra compact, making it easy to store. This has been seen as high as $49, but you can get the sealer and 10 resealable bags today for $10. Now, our doorbuster deals have been widely popular, but we want to make sure everyone can get their hands on them, so we limit just 3 per customer. And here's the best stocking stuffer idea for the whole family. These are the Mars Roadie 22-ounce stainless steel double wall tumblers in a 3-pack. We've heard it over and over again. We've got to hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Well, stay on top of your water intake with this deal from Mars. Copper vacuum insulation keeps drinks cold for up to 24 hours or hot for up to 12 hours. But let's not forget what else is important. These fit most standard cup holders. With 3 in this set, you can share with your buddies or divide them up for holiday gifts. Choose from 4 beautiful colors. We've seen these as high as $51. Today, you're getting 3 for $15. So scan the QR code right now to start shopping. That's it for Epic Discounts. Happy holidays.
Don't let these amazing deals pass you by. Just scan the QR code on your screen to jump into our KARK marketplace, where all the deals are waiting and your shopping can begin. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and to all of our guests and sponsors who joined us in studio. Now, don't forget to follow us on social media or visit our website for clips of the show that you may have missed or just want to rewatch for a second time. We will see you all again next time with love. Mwah.
Thank you for watching Arkansas Style with Nicole Neiman. Furniture provided by Hank's Fine Furniture. Nicole's wardrobe coordinated by Style Me Stephanie.